Good morning. My name is Black Crow Walking, and I'm currently doing a study of A Course of Love by Mari Perron. We're up to the prelude, and we're reading prelude 11 today. On page 8. The further teachings of the original course were designed to turn fear into love. When you think you can only go so far and no further in your acceptance of the teachings of the Course and the truth of yourself as God created you, you are abdicating love to fear. You are perhaps making this world a better place, but you are not abolishing it. In your acceptance of doing good works and being a good person, you are accepting ministry to those in hell, then choosing heaven. You accept what you view as possible and reject what you perceive as impossible. You thus cling to the laws of man and reject the laws of love, or God, or divinity. You claim your human nature and you reject your divine nature. What is this rejection but rejection of yourself? What is this rejection but fear masquerading as humility? What is this rejection but rejection of God? What is this but a rejection of miracles? Let's just stop there. We may go on further as we look at it deeply. But for the moment, we'll just have a look at that. The further teachings of the original course, which was the Course in Miracles, were designed to turn fear into love. So that's what the Course in Miracles was designed for. When you think you can only so far and no further when you think you can go only so far and no further in your acceptance of the teachings of the Course and the truth of yourself as God created you, you are abdicating love to fear. Oftentimes when we get overwhelmed by the information of these beautiful writings, it's because our brain or our thoughts are telling us that it's too much and we can't do any more than what we've already done, or we need to take time just to absorb it. And that is actually true, we do, but only if we're coming from the mind. This book is asking you to come from your heart, not your mind, not your thoughts. Don't let your thoughts tell you can't do it, because your thoughts will separate you from the truth. And the truth is we are love. When you feel fear arising in you and resistance to what is love, what is furthering your journey in this beautiful, loving world. And yes, you may not see it as a beautiful, loving world, and that is fear. That is fear bringing you into hell. Because if you look from fear at this world, it is hell. But if you create your world as love, then everything is love. I woke up this morning, I was so grateful for my computer that I can sit in bed and bring this to the world, that I can bring this message of love to the world, just as Mari Perron has in her book. I was so grateful that I could turn the light on, and that I have a light that lets me see, and I can turn the light on in my heart and let me see love. Everything is love. When I have a shower, I'm going to go and sing to the water and let the water bathe me and clean me with its beautiful love and intelligence. And that's how I live my day. And that's how you can live your day when you're living in heaven. So I'm going to read that little bit again. When you think you can only go so far and no further to your acceptance of the teachings of the Course and the truth of self as God created you, as love created you, you are abdicating love to fear. You are perhaps making this world a better place, but you are not abolishing it. So what are we abolishing? We're abolishing the fear. And whatever we feed into the fear, we're living in it. Don't do it. Stop. Just stop. That's how I do everything. I just stop. You are perhaps making this world a better place. Yep. We suffer the illusion when we suddenly discover that it's better to walk as a good person. And so let's keep going. You are perhaps this world. You are perhaps making this world a better place. In your acceptance of doing good works and being a good person, you are accepting ministry to those in hell rather than choosing heaven. And that is actually part of the process of spirituality, is suddenly I need to be a good person, striving to be a good person. I need to do good works. I need to rescue you. That's the biggest laugh of all, rescuing somebody else. We haven't even rescued ourselves yet. All right, so don't do it. Don't rescue anybody. People really need to go through this stuff. It's their process. And while ever we're trying to rescue them from it, they're going to recreate it bigger and better next time. And I know that, I've been through domestic violence. I understand that. I understand needing to find your own path and your own way. And the only way you can do that is to get out of your head and into your heart. Because love will bring you back to yourself. And it will bring us all back to ourselves. But we have to find that internal journey in order to do it. So it's not about running around and doing all the good works, although that's a happy thing to do. It's about accepting the truth within you and coming back to your heart. And everything you do then is absolutely perfect because it's coming from love and not fear of going to hell. You're creating your own hell when you're in fear. So let's create our own heavens. And our own heaven is an internal journey that leads you to the qualities of love, which is happiness, joy, peace, freedom, fun, play and adventure every day. Every day is fun. You accept what you view as possible and reject what you perceive as impossible. So, how many times have we been taught if you can't see it, it's not real? Oh dear. It's not the truth. The truth is there is a vast unseen world there, and it's inside us. And you can't see what's inside you unless you take your body off. I do that regularly. I take my body off. I consciously hook into who it is that is speaking right now. Who it is that's seeing through these eyes. Who it is that's hearing through these ears. Who it is that is making conscious choice in my life to be ecstatic, which is what I feel right now. Ecstatic to be experiencing life in this form, this human form. And that's all it is. It's a vehicle. And we are beautiful, inside and out. But the radiance inside us, this love light that is who we are, is just beyond description. It's beyond feeling. It's beyond everything because it's so mind-blowing. If you could see yourself and how big you really are. You would not reject what you cannot see. You'd be in awe of it. Okay. You thus cling to the laws of man and reject the laws of love. You claim your human nature and reject your divine nature. It's all part of the journey. There's no good, bad, right, wrong. There's only the journey. And wherever you're at on the journey is absolutely perfect for you. But creation and love and the universe are always in motion. Always. And change is happening every minute of the day. Every moment you make a choice, you make change. So let's go with our divine nature rather than our human nature. Our divine nature will lead us into this bliss, into this life of living in heaven on earth. Have you looked at the sky lately at night? Have you woken up to the sunrise every morning? Have you looked at how a butterfly dances on a flower? The beauty of nature is so delicious. But the beauty of our divine nature is just as delicious, if not more so. But there is no grading. There's no you're better than me. No hierarchy in this love world, in this love journey. There's no hierarchy. It's all just delicious. It's all delicious. And just as delicious, you know. What is this rejection but rejection of yourself? When you're rejecting what's happening in your life, when you're creating hell, you're rejecting yourself because your true nature is this bliss, this awesome, awesome love light. That's your true nature. And we haven't been taught that. We've been taught to struggle, haven't we? Struggle and survival. Survive the world. But it's not like that. And it doesn't need to be like that. As you come more and more and more into the blessing, the absolute blessing of knowing who you are. So what is this rejection but fear masquerading as humility? When we're running around doing good works for other people and trying to be a good person, that's a false humility. We're masquerading in humility. Not to say that that is wrong, because there's no such thing as wrong. But just that these things will naturally flow from you, these good works and good person, as you recognize that there's no such thing as fear. It's just an illusion. As you recognize that what is presenting in the world at the moment, which is, COVID and wars and all that stuff, it's not true. It's just a thought in some person's mind that hasn't awoken yet. And when we buy into it, we're buying into the falseness of that. And we're masquerading. As humanity. Because in actual fact, humanity is love, experiencing life in form. And that's the truth. Fear masquerades as humanity. That's what it does. And fear comes from our thoughts. So get out of your head and into your heart. What is this rejection but rejection of God? Rejection of love. When you're in fear, you're rejecting love. When you're in fear, you're rejecting the divine within you. You're rejecting this beautiful love light that is so expansive it can't fit in your body. It can't fit in the world. It can't fit in the universe. It's beyond everything. And it is you. Your internal you. That person that's looking through these eyes right now. And when we reject love within us, God within us, we reject miracles. Because when you are truly conscious of your internal journey, and that is what is experiencing life informed through you, miracles are just there. It's a miracle this day that I have a computer, that I turned it on this morning to come and see you. It's a miracle that I have a beautiful place to live and a shower to wash away my troubles and my, and sunshine. Sunshine. I mean, it's been raining for days and it's sunny now. And how good is that? And knowing how the flowers and the garden's going to respond today to that beautiful sunshine. And the grass is going to grow and I'm going to have to mow it. Whinge, whinge. But that's, if I focus on having to mow the grass, that's me living in hell. If I focus on how the awesomeness of the grass growing, being able to take the chlorophyll from the sun and grow and be alive, and the intelligence of the grass. The blade of grass has vast intelligence. It has cells like you and me. And it grows. And we're meant to be growing. It's showing us. Grow. Grow in the sunshine. Grow in the rain. Just grow. Grow into your awareness of what's inside you. So I'm going to leave that there now because I think that's enough for today. But how beautiful to be heading off into our lives, our busy lives today. And maybe not be so busy. Maybe slow down just a little bit and remember who you are and who it is that's doing. Who is it that's doing? It's the physical body. Bring consciousness that is the divine. And does the divine need to do? Rush, rush, rush. Or can the divine just stop? Take a breath. And love you. Until we meet again tomorrow, know that my heart is your heart. My love is your love. And together, we are love experiencing the world. Bye for now.